When you open registry editor in your PC, these are some major sections starting with HKEY and then having different name. So what exactly this HKEY refers to? Before learning HKEY, I would like to tell you what the registry editor is. Do you remember INI files and today various other files like YAML, XML and other human readable formats? Well, an INI file is an initializing file that stores settings for a program, and these are plain text, mean you can open and edit them in any text editor you want. Microsoft moved all these settings from many program-specific setting files into a single space called registry. Programs, instead of having settings in own files, e.g. INI, store them in registry. Now, why are INI files deprecated in favor of the registry? Well, there were some flaws in the INI file that compelled the Microsoft to favor the registry files. There's some flaws in it where that INI files don't support Unicode, which is a universal character encoding standard containing roughly 1,000 different characters. And even though there are Unicode functions of private profile functions, they end up just writing A and SI text to the INI file. INI files security is not granular enough since it's just a file. Any permission you set are at the file level, not the key level. You can't say anybody can modify this section, but that section can be modified only by the administrator. These issues were not present in 16-bit Windows since that Windows didn't support Unicode. Now returning to the context, I would like to tell you that the term HKEY is short for handle to a key. In a registry editor, all these side folders are keys and subfolders within them are subkeys. And on the right hand side, these are the value that they contain. The keys are also abbreviated as this. For example, HKCR stand for classes roots and the other also stand for something else you can see. Now, what is the function of every key given here and why they are named so? Well, this is something I will be telling you next. HKey classes root, often shortened as HKCR, is a registry hive in the Windows registry and contains file extension association information, as well as programmatic identifier, which you can see as prog ID, class ID. The HKey classes root registry hive contains necessary information for Windows to know what to do when you ask it to do something, like to view the contents of a drive or open a certain type of file. HKey current user, which is often abbreviated as HKCU, contains configuration information for Windows and software specific to currently logged in user. You can see that some of keys in HKCU also resembles with HKU, as both contain the information about the current logged in user. Now, HKey local machine, often abbreviated as HKLM. This particular hive contains the majority of configuration information for the software you have installed, as well as for the Windows operating system itself. HKey users, often abbreviated as HKU, is the same as HKCU as both contain the information about the current user logged in and in their keys also resemble with each other, like we have discussed earlier. HKey current config, often abbreviated as HKCC, is a hive that doesn't store any information itself but instead acts as a pointer or a shortcut to a registry key that keeps the information about the hardware profile currently being used. It is actually the copy of HKey local machine system current control set hardware profiles current. So HKey is just a way of organizing the registry into sections. This is done to make it easier to find settings and data. I make sure that this video helped you in getting the point. And if it did so, consider it giving a like and make sure to subscribe the channel. We'll meet you soon in another tutorial.